It's so hot in my house, not because it's hot, because I didn't turn on the air. You know, it's hot because I'm so riled up right now. Like this gang stalking, whatever this is, that have just intruded and imposted on my life. This stuff is never ending. Like for real, it's never ending. And I think I don't want to be like this young lady whom I'm not going to mention her name, but I'm not going to be like the other people that they expect this outcome to be like, to I'm not going to say she gave up. I'm just going to say she maybe was tired. But after a prolonged amount of time that things has been happening, that is just a normal reaction. Your psyche, is your psyche is tortured. Your mental is dealing with this. Your mental will decline. Your love of life, the love of the life that was given by the Almighty Creator, it seems to try to deteriorate what you live for and what you have. You know, I try not to lash out so much at my children because it's not happening to them. So I've learned not to lash out at them. Instead, I still speak. So I know Andrea Bryant, the one who's responsible for this, and she lives in Fort Worth, Texas, apartment 4303 in Broadmoor Apartments, Fort Worth, Texas 76116. You know, and when this first started or happening to me, I had no idea that this was even a thing. Like for real, why would I want somebody to live streaming illegally all day long and sell it to Russian them using a subscription and get paid in Bitcoin on my PayPal, which I don't even have access to because she's cloned every device. She's hacked my stuff. And I don't even know this person. I mean, and the only reason I know her name is because when she stole my identity and did all this stuff on my social, the dumb bitch put her real name up there. And it's more than her, but she's the main one I'm talking about. She runs she set up this fake non-profit organization that she said she had a free project that she's streaming. And long as security wasn't alerted, it streams 24 hours for free, 7 days a week. The name of her group is Non-Working Group, ENWG. Okay, so she don't keep no equipment at her house, so she say. But whoever is partnered with her, they pay her to keep the equipment at her place. So the main server is in Fort Worth. She's the host now of everything. It's called SHA-1 and SHA-2. It's Unicorn. I mean, it's different websites. I know one is Cupcake. I know one is, they try to use like food or whatnot. So all these things are happening, right? So with all these things happening, I'm still standing. 6 years later, I'm still here. I moved from Austin, Texas. I moved to Austin, Texas. After thinking, like after this was going on, and I did what I did, and they called the police on me because I was getting ready to burn their asses up. So once I put gasoline on their door, Tony, who's the baby daddy, who's in on it too, he told Drea, and Drea, who's the ringleader, he told her to call the police. They lied to the police like they're not watching me off their nest. I did like a Google takeout on my phone. And the first thing I saw was a Nest, a Pixel, a Mac OS, I think that's a laptop, a Linux, an iPhone. I saw all those devices that have been recording me for an allotted amount of time. So I have that. I have that proof. I also have the proof from Google One, where they did when I signed up for Google One, they did a real extensive background check to see what my social had been used. And you know whose name was up there? Andrea Bryant. You know, it's some old people name on there, but they had erased their name out because I guess she didn't think I would read this much into it because she been doing this to so many people for so long. You know, I'm gonna be the one that gonna have to bring this thing down. And when I pray, I go into prayer, and God shows me or tells me, for a better lack of words, this is what going to happen. But I have to have pure forgiveness because it won't work. I have to forgive these people, but it's not hard. I mean, it's not easy to forgive them. It's very hard because she's destroyed. I don't know. It's just like me walking up to a complete stranger and carjacking them. That what has happened to my life. I've been hijacked, terrorist style, direct energy weapons all night. I'm talking about leg cramps out this world, brain fog. I'm talking about V2K. I'm talking about a lot. This shit is really happening. It's really happening, you know? And the only reason I'm sane and still within my rights because I had to lose everything. Even put a freeze on my social. I didn't know moving to Fort Worth would benefit this. I lost everything. And my thing is, if you're gonna hack somebody or hack somebody's life, why put your name, your real name on there? So I can hear their conversations. I can even respond to them. They can see me and I can't see them. They use EMF frequencies like radio frequencies, RFID frequencies. She uses OBB2 scanner apps. She uses Bluetooth, low energy, BLE. You know? And I endure this every day, 24 hours a day. Invasion of privacy. And it's just been going on. You know? The torture, the torment. None of it ever stops. It hadn't stopped in the 6 years since I moved back in 2019 to Fort Worth. And it's Jackie, she another one. Well, Andrea, when they was doing this, when it first started, Andrea took a picture of me inside of my apartment, smoking. So I went to go to the front office to tell on whoever was doing it, because at the time I didn't know that apartment 4303 was doing this. You know, just blogged about the shit. So I go down to the front office. Unbeknownst to me, Jackie was behind me in a yellow Tweety Bird shirt and black pants. And she had a piece of paper in her hand. The paper is a picture of me smoking that Andrea had printed off her HD printer or HG printer thing. So she prints that paper, she gives it to Jackie. And Jackie brings it downstairs. So when the lady of the apartment complex in Broadmoor Apartments, we spoke first. When Jackie heard that lady say, "Nah, they're not supposed to be doing that. Who's doing this to you?" She got that paper. She left up out that office. She didn't stay and talk to that lady. She left. I'm thinking she took the paper back up to Andrea and said, "No, they said we weren't supposed to do this." But I'm pretty sure they saw the interaction because Tony did this BCI on me, brain computer interface. You know, that's real too. So everything about my life has been in a decline. And every time I build myself up or I get something new or try to help myself come out of this, they get mad because they don't want me to come up out of it. Bitch thinks she's gonna do this forever. Bitch been doing this shit, and it's not just to me. Tony even said, and I heard him say, he was like, "Jennifer think that's all her right there." The fuck? And I came to that conclusion that day. I'm gonna be the one to shut this down. I'm gonna be the one to shut her nonprofit organization called NWG down. And I'm gonna give y'all some information too. The bitch name is Andrea Nicole Bryant. She's born in 1985. She stayed in Fort Worth, Texas. Zip code is 76116. Excuse me. She stayed in Broadmoor Apartments, apartment 4303. She has a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house. Her mama Kim stays in the front bedroom. Her and Tony be back there with their friends or whatever, and they streaming that back bedroom. Her kids sleep on a pull-out couch in the front room. I know this from the visions that I've had, from what God then showed me. I ain't never been over there. They don't know me and I don't know them. But since it's been going on so long, a lot of information just started putting two and two together, and it just accumulated like that. So what I say is not because I've seen it with my eyes. It's because what God has shown me. You know, I'm a warrior for the Christ. I am. And when he tell me to go and complete this next assignment, I know I'm going to come out and I won't even smell like the smoke. I have these entities attached to me for no apparent reason. I don't even want an explanation anymore. I've even stopped explaining to anybody else around me what's going on with me mentally. They've already had me send to JPS. And anybody know JPS is a mental state hospital that's in Fort Worth. It's called Jackson. I forgot the name of it. Jackson some hospital. Jackson something. I forgot the name of it. But to get them to leave me alone, my first act, I some type of way she cloned and hacked my cell phone. She was on my phone, and mind you, the bitch knew all about all of my financials. She had taken my social security number, my birthday, my address, and used it to apply for different things. So with this BCI, I walked to the gas station one day, and I got a water bottle, and I filled it with gasoline. I came back and I doused it on the door. They called the police on me and told the police that I'm dousing. I don't know what the conversation was, because during this time I forgot I didn't have my lighter in my pocket, and that's how I know God was with me. He said it wasn't time, because he knows what I'm capable of. They just didn't know. I play with fire. So I go and I douse the gasoline on her front door. Tony gets scared. They drill call the police, and they call the police and they tell them what they tell them. So when I come back, and I'm gonna tell you how fast the police got there. I opened my door. Yeah, I had to open my door, and I left it ajar while I go in there and retrieve my lighter, because I didn't want the gasoline to dry. Quick as I retrieved my lighter, I came back. 2 white officers standing in my door. 2. Oh, what's going on? And I tell them. They say, oh, well, they're not watching you. You lie. They lie. But of course, when you call the police, they're gonna take your word for it first, unless both of them or both parties are being aggressive at some point. So ended up taking me to JPS and whatnot, dropping me off. I stayed there for like 6 hours. I'm walking back home. I'm walking up the stairs to go into my apartment, and who I see outside? Kim wiping down her door, getting that gasoline off her door. That point, I went in the house and I prayed. I got into prayer, and God told me he's going to remove me from over there, because it's not going to end pretty. Because I would have killed that bitch, and I'm still going to do it, because ain't no way she gonna fuck up my life and think she ain't going to have no consequences or repercussions behind it. The devil is a liar. She tore up a whole car, used to control my steering wheel while I'm driving, calibrated my windshield to have my windshield cracked, fuck with my tire pressure on my car, fuck with my headlights, dim them so I couldn't even see at nighttime. I don't care if I put them bitches on high beam. It still looked like fog lights was on. You know? Cloning my phones, all in my conversations, rerouting my phone calls, stealing my emails, stole my ID, using my name, my birthday, my social, but having her name out to the side like a codependent or, conservator or some type of shit. I even offered to buy them no, I didn't offer. I said, I'll give you anything that you want. And if she would have did her background on me, they could have had anything, a couple of bands, whatever. You know what the motherfucker said she wanted? Pizza. Out of everything. Bitch said she want pizza. Although I didn't end up buying no pizza, I ended up buying this Fat Shack. Spent like $60 to $70. Had it delivered to their house and everything. And now that I think about it, in the back of my head, I always knew it was them, but I didn't have the shit that I have today, 6 years later, to prove that it's them. So I got everything I need today to prove that it's them. But again, I don't stay in Fort Worth anymore. I stay in Austin, Texas, as we speak, as we sit. I'm living in Austin. And when I pray and I go back that way, it's going to be for one purpose only. I done told the FBI twice. I done told the Fort Worth Police Department. I've even told Austin Police Department. Even when I moved to California, this was going on. California is a great state, so not a great state, I mean like pretty big. So I didn't really tell, but it was going on then too. But I was so deep in Christ, you know, he the one kept me going every day. Every day, you know. But now I'm in Austin, and I lost everything behind a woman who hacked my life, whom I didn't know and that didn't know me, just intruded into my life and turned it upside down. So at this point of my life, she gonna have to die. And I don't care if the feds see this. I don't care who sees it. I don't care who got something to say about it. Because if you over there, when I make it over there, you gonna lose your life too. And it's sad that she don't think about her children. It's so sad. But I could not expect her to think about her children because she don't think about nobody else. She has no regard for human life at all. Not even regards for hers. She put her name on everything and then get mad when somebody else reads about it. That bitch is stupid. And she's 40 years old is what I can't understand. She's 40 years old, stay with her mama. Got a baby daddy. It be about 10 of them over there and one of me. And they make it their business to torture, to send direct energy weapons, you know, all in my business, blocking houses, tearing up cars, you know, they fucked up my credit. I had to put a freeze on that, you know. And the FBI ain't done a whack ass thing. They just took reports, wrote her name down, and I've been to them twice in person, been to their building here in Austin. And they ain't did shit. So this time, I ain't going to the FBI. Because these bitches gonna have to call the ATF, the DEA, the FBI, Fort Worth Police. They gonna have to call the whole central units. Because when I go, I'm causing destruction. I'm causing destruction. Because I'm gonna take her life for fucking with mine. For turning mine upside down. And I'm gonna set so many, because again, Tony had already said that Tony got dreads, right? So he the only dude besides the friends that he bring up in there to watch me on all these different platforms, whatever. So he's the only dude that I know that stays there with Andrea and Kim and her 2 kids. So, what else was I gonna say? Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I know. So Tony being the dude over there, I really don't care about him so much. Because I know once I kill Andrea Nicole Bryant, once I kill that bitch, the whole operation gonna just collapse. And I'm more than positive. I can almost guarantee that I ain't the only one. I'm just gonna set so many people free that they have intimidated, have messed up their life. This bitch got more than 100,000 people's Social Security numbers, took out insurance policies on people, just hacking and messing with people, sitting on like 3 computers, like 4 or 5 devices, got plugins and shit, working through AWS and all these medical companies and real estates, you know, behind sandboxes. This technology shit goes way deeper than what you can see with your naked eye on your phone. It goes way deeper than that. So she has to be stopped. She has to be. And I'm up for the task. I am up for the task. I'm up to killing her, getting my life back, I'll sit in feds for about 2 months until they gather everything because I have the proof. And when they do a deep dive on it, when they bring one of those forensic scientists that deal with data analysis, they're going to see that all these years I was telling the truth. How she has manipulated, set up fake IDs, and she's got 100,000 people's social security number and birthdays and names. You know, she got all this shit and getting away with it. Up until now. Up until now. Because when I go for her, I ain't going to stop until she dead. Because she didn't ruin my life until this bitch didn't. Only thing I did was move to Fort Worth. And the only thing she took was my Wi-Fi router and my cable box from my front door. Copied the numbers off the back. Had her mama to knock on my door and offer me the boxes. I took the boxes because they were mine. And I'm thinking she's just being nice. Not knowing as soon as I hooked them boxes up, they gained access to my life. From there, she hacked into my 9-year-olds. And today my daughter is 14. She hacked into her social media accounts, her Instagram, whatever social media accounts my daughter had, Musically, TikTok. She hacked into all of that. And that's how she gained access to even more in depth. But I got another daughter too. So my other daughter, she was a little bit older. She was 19 at the time, 19, 20 at the time. She's 26 today. So my other daughter, they didn't hardly mess with, because they knew that if she saw something wrong, she was gonna find out what and who and where. So they only mess with people who they think is unsuspecting, but they got the right one this time because I like to read. I like to look up on shit. You know, I'm very intelligent. Don't ever get that wrong. But I wasn't tech savvy. I could walk in the store and put my phone down, walk off and leave it, and wouldn't look for it no more until I got ready to maybe look at the time, or I figured out it wasn't ringing. I'm like, ooh, where's my phone? That's how much material things meant to me. Although my children, on the other hand, they still have nice things. So from the outside looking in, you would say I was pretty decent off. I was decent until Andrea and them hacked my life and took everything from me. Since then, they changed the whole trajectory of my life because they knew they were watching me when they called the policeman on me for something they was doing to me and me trying to protect myself, what was left. So I just don't see what else left for this bitch. Nothing but death. Nothing but death. Because I don't want no apology. I don't want no explanation. I don't even need a reason, because she done gave me too many reasons over these past 6 years. She's just a phantom, like a ghost, doing everything online, posting it online, Mastodon, Oracle, YouTube Studio, Twitter, X. But see, you need an APK code to get up in there, and she the host of everything. Venmo, you know. So I'm gonna do what I got to do. And when the feds come, I ain't gonna be scared. I am not gonna be scared. Nope, nope, nope. I'm run alone. I don't need validation from nobody. I don't seek validation from anybody. I'm a grown ass woman. God done left me in this world 46 years. So where does Andrea Bryant come in at? Nowhere. Why is this bitch name on all of my phone? Because she just cloned it. And when I stayed in Fort Worth, I didn't even know it was them because she kept it under wraps. You know, the minute I moved is when she want to come out and be big bad and, and talk all this shit and got her friends and shit. Bitch, for what? And you still gonna do the same thing until I go kill her. And that's gonna be my only goal. The only thing I have left now is my little bit of sanity and blessings that God bestows upon me each and every day. Because these people,
If it was up to them, I'll still be homeless. I will not have a vehicle. I will not have $1 in my pocket. I'll be out begging, crying, downtrodden, belittled. Well, I'm already those things to them anyway. Because they keep you in a state of depression or try to. But y'all got to get up every day. You got to open your blinds, let some sunlight in. You got to keep on trying and keep on trying and keep on trying. I don't care how they try to tear you down. Build back up. Listen to some gospel music. Listen to sermons. Listen to anything that makes you feel like you again. Because it took me a long time to get back to this position. And I'm steady building. But yet and still, she steady tears it down. And I still have to pick up the pieces. And I still have to try to put it together. So right now, the only thing she's got left is direct energy weapons that they send through frequencies and like through electromagnetic waves and all this shit. I have to be sitting down, but they still got the BCI where they can see everything. I have no privacy. My life has been turned upside down by complete and utter strangers. Complete strangers. I'm talking about having met this lady a day in my life, could care less about her and what she got going on. Why was she so intrigued with my life? I do not know. I do not know. But I got a thing on Bigo. It's called Taking Me Back. And it's going to be casualties. It's going to be death when I go to Fort Worth. I don't know when I'm going. I'm just waiting on the good Lord to send me out there. And when he sends me, I'm going to go. And when I complete my assignment, everything is going to be okay. Because he's going to direct me. And he's going to get all the glory. And I'm going to set so many people free. Them thousands of people, them hundreds and thousands of people, birthday and socials that she got. Their information where they're able to torture people in their own house. Then took these people privacy. Me too. I'm not exempt. Me too. So I'm going to set so many people free. And I know they working on different devices and they got different computers and they got different people that they do this to. I'm going to put an end to it because I'm going to go with a bitch at. I'm going to go to Fort Worth, Texas. I'm going to make one more trip to Fort Worth, Texas. That's it. And when I get back to my house in Austin, I ain't going to hear nothing. I ain't going to see nothing. I'll be straight. I'll be straight. So I just want to say that. I'll come back on a little bit later and drop another video. Follow my page. Go to Bingo. Follow Jennifer Lee. Go to Facebook. Find Jennifer Lee. And you will see everything that I'm talking about. Y'all will see everything. Because this is horrendous. This is, woo. If you don't stay strong within the Lord, my God, Satan is taking over this. He's the prince of the airwaves. That means technology. He's the prince of the radio. And all of this is happening like with satellites over the radio, with these phones and different things. And he's the prince of all that. He's the prince of it. They said, this kingdom is darkness. I'm going to the light. Nothing lasts forever. This is not where I'll forever be. And I'm prepared. I'm so prepared. When I go to my kingdom assignment, I'm prepared to lose my life for righteousness. I'm prepared. I'm not scared. Fear don't live here. It don't. It doesn't live here. I'm prepared to die for what's mine. Just like y'all say y'all will die for your children, I'm prepared to die for me. Because I'm getting my life back. And if I lose my life in the process, Andrea Brand gonna die first. And when I feel this type of satisfaction, I'll be free to say, Lord, if you want to take me, take me. And that's just simple. But she will not take my life. She will not. I will not succumb to their tactics that they just repeat over and over and over again. And it's psychological warfare. I don't know if it's bots running, but I know they be up when I go into prayer at 3 a.m. They're there. You know, I hear the insults then, the questions. I don't know what it is or how they're able to obtain this, but again, this is Satan's work. This is Satan's work. And they sold for something that they're going to burn in hell for the rest of eternity. Well, I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to be laughing, you know. I'm going to be laughing because I'm going to be in the kingdom where there's milk and honey, streets of gold. You know, God told me this, showed me this. You know, he told me to endure to the end. And in the end, he going to get all the glory. They can't do this forever. Ain't nothing permanent except death. Everything got an expiration date, even her. I feel sorry. I pity them bitches on what I'm going to do to them. Let me sign off. I'm going to come back on in a little bit. I'll be back, y'all. Bye. Stay prayed up and stay blessed, everybody.